Good day everybody, Wilco van Bokstel here again with the weekly market review of 28th of March till the 1 April of 2016. TradeReact, TradeReact.com. We're reviewing about 5 forex pairs. We will review gold, oil and S&P 500 this time also. This is the free weekly review. Hope you give a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave a comment what you think is good about this, what you like or dislike. It really helps me going forward. I'm also doing free webinars on Dukascopy. I will post links in my Facebook page or on Twitter. And that really helps, I hope. We'll invite you to join me there. I have one today and one on Wednesday and on Thursday, so I will update you on that later, or you can check the Dukascopy schedule for that. So for now, let's continue with the disclaimer. You can pause the video and read all the details. And then I can continue with the screen share and put myself on there. So, good day. I hope you had a great Easter. It's today's second Easter day, so still markets are slow and closed for a part, I believe. No, they're open, but it will just be slow. So, I want to look at some pairs. Let's go look at this dollar CAD. And when I look at the daily, the C price has plummeted below here, below the 200 moving average. It went lower and it retested. And now I've drawn in this fib from this high to this low, or we can extend it to there, to this low. Doesn't really change the picture. So I saw some price halt a bit here. Candles getting smaller on this daily one. And I was looking for a continuation below the 200 moving average and this trend lower. It rejected here this line, so I look here in the weekly pivots and my fib levels. I look for a double bottom here, so around this area, so a lot of confluence there to find. You can even draw lines there if you like. And you see that matches up pretty much with the target I've set, and that is a nice 350 pips with a 60 pip stop. So I think it's a very good risk reward. We'll see if it gets there. But the opportunity looks good. Hope you like it. So now let's continue, as I want to try to keep this update quick and short for you. Let's look at the euro US dollar. I was playing around there a bit with the price action. This pair is mostly ranging. The last weeks even. As I will zoom out, you'll see all this price move around. A lot of tops, multiple tops and some lows, so those are good to draw in. Those are visible. From the top it's more difficult, there's no one line, it will be multiple. And is there some kind of trend? You could argue for it, but it's not the best. But we never get the best. So we had rejection here, 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 and here. So I'm looking for a short again, but it might retest this channel again. So at the moment it has just hovered around here and it's ranging here. The line 200 is flat on the daily and the line is just crossing. So as the best entry would be up here. I'm looking here at an opportunity on the lower time frame. This pair can go either way. Let's zoom in a bit. What I was watching is, I will zoom in. You see price is here below the dynamic support and resistance, my orange and bluish purple line. As it had been trending up, 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 up. Now it has paused for like a lot of hours below this area. So I'm looking for a possible sell below that lowest candle into the next support for 150, 60 pips with a stop of 50. So that's 3-1. If it will just continue up, you could also look for a buy above the pivot, the weekly pivot here, and then into the trend line resistance, or perhaps fib extension higher. So the trend line will be 115 pips, but you will have a stop of 50, 60. So that's a 2-1 and downwards is a 3-1. As you can see, the price now starting to get a bit bullish, but we will let that play out for itself. Hold on while I load some pages up that I want to show you. And we'll continue with the other pairs in just a moment. So here what you can see is my profile on Dukascopy Community. New energy. You can follow me here, like or subscribe. Check my performance. I must say my big performance dropped out of this schedule of last year, March. I had like a 400k profit on the pound yen, and that dropped out of the calculation, so my numbers are a bit scooped now. And I will try to put some more effort on the trading of the contest. So That's what I try to do also. Place some trades there already, so the month is almost finished. We will see what we can do in April on that. For the rest, if you want to follow me professionally, you can do it on LinkedIn, Wilco van Bokstel. I'm also on Twitter at New Energy for private and trading updates. And TradeReact.com is my blog. And you can follow it on Facebook for updates and webinar announcements. And of course here on the Dukascopy webinar schedule, where you see my name here. My next webinar is in, if you watch it immediately today, in 2 hours, or 2 hours, because the time changed with Easter. So it's now where I am is GMT plus 2. So you see here 9 GMT. Then for you it becomes what your time zone is. So for me that will be 10, 11. That's how it works. So calculate your own time and feel welcome here. And I have some other webinars later on Wednesday at 10 GMT and on Thursday on 10 GMT. Now let's quickly look here at the calendar. Today there's not much news. Some medium news on the dollar. It's a dollar week actually, so we might see some dollar strength, but we'll look at the technical charts patterns soon. So that's that. Tuesday, Fed Chair Yellen speaks, can influence the markets. Wednesday, crude oils and the ADP of the US. Thursday, some pound news. Carney speaks is always important. Current account. Canadians have the GDP and unemployment claims on Thursday, so that's an important day. It all goes to the end of the week where news gets more and more and more. China news on Friday. Manufacturing PMI, also important for the global economy. More pound news, more dollar news. ISM, NFP. So yeah, a lot of trading opportunities going into the week. So now let's continue on. We reviewed this euro also. Now let's look at the pair trade at the pound. Pound, US dollar. Look at the daily. We're in a downtrend here. The pound is weakening here. We had this swing low, made a new low here. Now it has been ranging with this 141, a bit of a base. So we see price running higher now from here. It's possible that it will range all the way back up. But for now it's a bit in a range. The lines are crossed up and now we're down again. So I've put in to start with a sell order below this recent low for the retest of the lows. But it is a bit oversold after this 3-day drop. So it might run up also. As you can see here on the 4 hour. Perhaps the 2 hour. After a crossing on the 2 hour of those dynamic lines, you might look for longs again into the highs here for 200 pips to 144 and perhaps higher. So opportunities both sides. Down is with the trend and up is a retracement trade. So if you do the retracement trade, I would look at the lower time frame for your shorter amount of risk to manage it. And downwards is with the trend opportunity. Okay, let's continue. Let's look at the Aussie US dollar. That has been running up. Let's check the daily. You see it has become above the 200 MA. Let's check some moves. If it reached any target at all. So here on the first move down low, it has been reached. A lot of targets to the upside has been reached. So we can look possibly at this whole move. And from this last run up, it touched here the 38. So if we stay bullish on this Aussie US dollar, we can see a target high up here around the 080. That comes in with some price action from April 2015. Then again we can look for a deeper retracement if it happens, also for longs. Down as low as 07350 or just below it for a move higher. So what you can do is switch to lower time frames again. Look for possible retrace opportunities. But know this pair is long, so in this case selling is against the trend and buying is with the trend. So preferably on the 2 hour, cross this 200 MA. Then you can sell it, but it's just 137 pips till support comes in. So better look for buys here from this 38 or from levels deeper. Hope that helps. Let's check the Kiwi Dollar. Has been moving all over the place also. Let's check all the Kiwi pairs. You see they're all a bit kind of all over the place. Only the Kiwi Cat is moving nice down in trenches. Let's look at the Kiwi Cat. There was a bit of a gap I was looking at. From this move the target has been reached. So possibly retest here with the 200 MA below the 90 level and then look for another sell. you measure it from here, and you see the 19 level or the 89.70 is just, that's the 618 retracement for sell opportunity on the Kiwi CAD into the 086, coming into the recent lows, as you can see. 086.2 for target to the downside on the Kiwi CAD. Now let's do light crude. You see here on the daily it broke the 200 and comes back down real quick. On the weekly we are still moving lower, but as we compare it with the price here, it went above and pushed down, and here it now looks bullish candle above. It's retracing, so our lows are really at the moment now 38, what is it, 60 for possible support to the upside. If that fails, we can see continuation of the downtrend. You see on the weekly it's a bit overbought on the CCI. But here it's a really steep uptrend. So can look of kind of that to break or double top for it to come down. Possibly into the 32s again, or the 34s, as that's multiple highs here. So if we can see a breakdown of this trend on the daily, we might see a retest of the 34 here, or 32 lowest, and then for up move possibly again. If it will just stay and go up, move up here, then we can look for higher prices. Let's check this last move here. It's retraced to the 38, went to the 618. So yeah, it's now a bit topping on this targeted move. So prefer a bit of a retracement, but keep the strong trend up of the last days and weeks in mind. Let's move on. S&P 500 Daily. We're looking at this trend line top. I think a lot of people draw it this way. You see it found support there and it's moving higher, but I still think this is resistance. And it's getting a bit hesitating around the 2060. It reached that, so you could draw both lines. To look for that area. Let's check some fib level. That target has been reached. This target has also been reached to the 618. So that's why we've seen now the retest of the 38, and it's now moving back up again, but it has resistance at that drawn in trend line, so it's now stuck in this range. If it can break it to the upside, we have targets up in the 2110 for an extension higher, and else we have to see breaks for deeper retracement. Then we can look at the whole move. For 38 around 9016, 9060, or possibly lower into the 1900s again. So for now, watch that zone we got here. What happens in there for possible move higher or reversal patterns. Okay, continuing to gold. Here we have gold. Let's switch to the daily. This seems to be coming back a bit. Let's measure that. The 38 is just below of the real big move. 1200 is important on this gold. Check the weekly. Weekly touched at 200. It's moving back down now. The 38 is around the recent highs and lows. So it has a bit more space to run, but we can possibly see a deeper retracement and a trend continuation downward. 1145 and perhaps a double bottom or even lower. We'll have to see. The trend is still capped on the weekly to the downside. But news this week on the dollar may help it or work against it, so keep an eye on that. You can always check the lower time frames for some intraday trades back into lower support. But here's that 38. Possible support 1200 to the upside, and possibly ranging actions between the 38 and the highs. and that's around the 200 on the weekly. So we'll have to see for gold. More updates in my webinars or later videos. I think I will wrap it up here. Video has taken long enough. Hope you like it. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you liked it. Leave a message. Always appreciate it. And for now I will show you my links. So happy trading, happy Easter, second day, and good trading this week. Trade smart, always manage your risk and size, and hope to see you in my webinars.